All right, so this is a suggestion. The name of the song is Stop Asian Hate, a PSA by Tofa featuring Easy Mill. If you are new here, please like and subscribe to know that you like this content. To know that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this specific type of content, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into this immediately, all right? Okay.
We all know the violent acts that have been targeted against Filipino seniors, Noel Quintana and Vilma Carey. There is no doubt that their race was their face.
When I was slashed inside the train, I cried for help but nobody helped me. So I was a victim twice. First, by the person who slashed my face, and secondly, by the people who just watched me.
I'm the daughter of Vilma Carey, the woman who was attacked while walking to church near Times Square simply for being Asian. I ask that we share the sense of community with one another.
I'm really dismayed with all the hate crimes that are going on right now against Asian Americans.
When the economy is in trouble.
Listen, I've been out of America for about 5 years, right? I don't generally stay up upon like what's actually happening within the country, but why the sudden influx? What am I missing? What's going on? Is it rooted in something, or is it just like random like attacks towards people of Asian descent? Let me know in the comments what I'm missing.
Trouble in the United States, and millions of Americans are out of work. People who look different from the white majority become the scapegoats of that period.
Well, we know that racism.
That's America. That is something that has been going on for 400 years, I would say, within America, right? That's the history of America. That's just what it was. You know, sometimes there are certain situations, certain pockets where you can kind of eventually escape the treatment, right? But generally within the borders of America, this is what is to be expected, and a very unfortunate thing. This has been happening forever. But I don't understand why the sudden influx, potentially, right? Let's go.
Racism against the API community long predates the pandemic.
It happened in 1882
pandemic.
With the Chinese Exclusion Act after Chinese from China.
Oh, people are angry about the pandemic, so they're taking it out on people of Asian descent? Is that what's happening? I hope that's not what's happening, bro. That's absurd. If so, it's ridiculous. And I do recall this the Chinese Exclusion Act. Yeah, crazy. Let's go.
With the Chinese Exclusion Act after Chinese from China helped build the Intercontinental Railroad.
Hatred against the Asian community.
See, that's the thing, bro. Like, be fully aware. You're. I'm not trying to say like deal with it, right? Because definitely I'm not saying deal with it, right? But what I'm trying to say is that, like, listen, within America, America was built generally by a population of people who generally don't get credit for anything in the country. So if this is happening, the same thing is happening towards Asians, people of Asian descent, welcome to America, unfortunately, bro, right? There'll be a lot of people who just don't understand this, but luckily I am one of the people who fully understand and comprehend the history of America, right? The history of America is rooted in, unfortunately, this, right? I don't know how, I just don't understand, like, I heard someone say something about a pandemic. I don't know if it's if the pandemic is the reason why people are being targeted. Because, as I said, if that's the cause, that's ridiculous. Like, if people are being targeted more, if that makes any sense. Because I don't think the concept of people of Asian descent being targeted exclusively now is new, right? Because it's definitely not. Because we can go back to World War II, the internment camps, things like that. But keep in mind, it's not so much, it's the other. That's really what it is. It's the other is generally is the issue within America, large scale at least, right? Let's go.
Intercontinental Railroad.
Hatred against the Asian community is hatred against humanity.
It happened in February 1942, 2 months after Pearl Harbor, when the 120,000 Japanese Americans
the internment camps
were placed in concentration camps right here in the United States simply because they are of Japanese ancestry.
Yeah.
So it breaks my heart to see all of the violent crimes being committed against the Asian American people.
It happened to Filipino farmers in 1930 in Watsonville, California, when there was 5 days of race riots directed after Filipino farmers and resulting in several injured Filipinos and a Filipino farm worker.
See, this is why when I say things like, people look at me like I'm crazy, right? It's, trust me, if this is what's going on right now, this is a problem, okay? It's obviously a problem, right? But if all of the groups that are considered the others, right, were to be like, okay, we're all going to band together and not allow for this to happen instead of constantly separating the others into the others, right? Less of this would most likely happen, bro, right? It's the, if you come together, you're stronger. If you continue to want to be separate, then that becomes an issue, right? Because, all right, let's get it.
Shot to death.
It's just not right. And I hate the fact that now I feel afraid, not only for myself, but for my family, and especially for my children.
And now, the violence against Asian Americans in general and Filipino Americans in particular, it was initiated by the former president when he started calling this deadly pandemic Kung Flu or China virus.
Yeah, that was the most absurd thing that a leader can ever do, right there. All right, what are you doing, bro? Are you purposely trying to separate groups of people within America? America is a melting pot nation. Everyone from around the world is within America. Everyone. We have nearly every single culture of people in America. Why would you go onto your platform, your altar, right? As but why would you do that, right? And then be like, then completely racialize, not really racialize, but make it about a group of people, right? Why would you do that? It's ridiculous, bro, right? And yeah, Filipinos have had it rough, very rough, in America. Okay, let's go.
Calling this deadly pandemic Kung Flu or China virus.
我不是病毒，更不是你发泄不满与愤怒的工具，请停止一切形式的仇恨行为。
We are not a virus. Racism is a virus.
It is.
We are human beings.
It has been.
You stop all forms of hate and violence against all people. We will no longer remain silent.
Let us not just start the conversation. Let us start the motion. For hate stems from fear.
We need to report any injustices that are inflicted upon our community because no one can tell us that we are less or that we do not belong here.
We call on all Americans to speak out strongly against this rising tide of hatred and bigotry. Asian Americans have been a vital part of this nation's history, and they belong here just as much as everybody else who have come from foreign shores and call America their home.
This is our home, too. We deserve to be safe in our communities as we ride the subway, walk to church, walk our dogs.
This has been going on for like hundreds of years, though, right? Dude, it's almost like it's just coming to the realization, like large scale, that this is happening. But like, dudes, I remember, listen, I grew up with a couple of Filipino guys, right? And those two of them were Filipino. I think one was like Hmong, right? And like, dude, they went through it. Okay, like they had issues everywhere that we went, basically, right? So like, dude, I'm glad that this situation is at the very least hitting the news, I guess, or like becoming something large enough for like a larger group of people to hear about it, right? But bro, for those who know, those who have grown up around or hung out with like people of Asian descent, bro, this is not new like that, right? But I'm glad that it's like, you know, more public at least, right? Let's get it.
Take our children to the park, no matter your country of origin, your native tongue, your immigration status, your age, your gender, or your economic background. We belong here.
My mom Vilma belongs, I belong, we all belong.
It is so important for us to support each other and have each other's backs. And it's also so important for us to stand in solidarity with other communities of color as we all fight against white supremacy and systemic racism.
For long term, we have to teach our children that hate is corrosive of the spirit, that hate destroys the soul of America.
And we are not alone. Our allies stand with us in solidarity and in unity. As we continue to raise our voices to keep public attention focused on stopping this scourge of hate, we must all remain vigilant and look out for each other's safety and well-being.
And I hope you'll join me in taking a stand against anti-Asian violence and prejudice.
I urge all Filipino Americans to be vigilant and to learn how to document and de-escalate hate crimes as recommended by NYPD.
Let's call on our elected officials to provide funding and resources to the Asian American community to help combat this violence and hatred.
Let's mobilize together. Stop Asian racist attack. Filipino lives matter.
And to the non-Asians watching, I implore you to do your part to stop anti-Asian hate. Stop attacks as you see them. Call out anti-Asian racism.
Listen. Let me tell you something right now, bro. There is not a single chance that I will allow someone that is with me or around me to be injured and I'm just going to stand there and film it on my camera. All right? That's not me, bro. All right? Firstly, there is not a chance that I'm going to allow, I'm going to repeat myself. All right? There's no way that I'm going to allow someone to be bullied in front of me, first of all, right? That we don't do that bullying shit around here. All right? Or how about this? Just keep your hands to yourself. If you have something hateful to say, don't say it. I don't want to hear it. The person you're saying it to doesn't want to hear it. Are you just mad at yourself potentially for something? You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Don't worry. I got you. All right? Let's go.
Anti-Asian hate. Stop attacks as you see them. Call out anti-Asian racism, even if there are no API folks in the room.
What is that? What is an API?
Even if there are no API folks in the room.
Wait, Asian Pacific Islander? Is that what that is? Asian Pacific Islander? Could be.
Even if there are no API folks in the room.
And to our white allies, I want to inspire you to dig deeper because we need more.
Assure your API friends that you will help keep them safe.
Let's all unite together and stop racism.
Let's stand up, show up, and speak up against Asian American hate.
Stop Asian American and Pacific Islander hate.
Let us all stop Asian hate crimes.
Please, stop the hate.
Stop. Just stop the hate.
And no matter who are around you, the choice is always clear. Always choose love.
So in the end, the true answer is love of neighbor.
Lord Father. It's funny. I don't know this lady at all, but I like this lady for some reason. Like, she just seems like the most kindest person that you'll ever encounter in life, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. But she just seems like kind for some reason. Like, I want her to be my mother. Well, no, my mother is super kind, but like, I want her to be like my second mother or something, dude. Let's get it.
Answer is love of neighbor.
Let's get it.
Lord Father God, forgive me. For I'm explain too vividly.
All right.
I don't have enough patience as it is to tell you how it's going down for account with the lives lost in this amount. And now I'm a boss, I'ma make a route. Going on toes, making all you shout. Training you perfectly to channel the higher ups in a forgettable message, but surgically making me pick apart what they want. Cause what if it's murdering me? Cause there's an incredibly high of a chance for it to be meant that I die in a dance. Just cause I vent and I cry for my friends and family members. Man, try to Asian hate in front of me, I won't even speak. I'll clock you and your kiss a little young and you bugging. I'm never letting that ignorance slide unless I'm seeing you die right in front of my eyes. Now both of our families are victims now because of our pride. Right. Shit existed, just died. Go and hurt one of my people cause I'm messing you up. Go and hurt one of my sisters, yeah, I'm messing you up. Go and hurt me and my brothers, man, we messing you up. Asian hate, yeah, we messing you up.
Alright. Respect. He said it well. Alright, dudes, you guys can let me know if I'm missing anything from Easy Mill. I'm pretty sure that I have nearly all of his music on the channel. But if I don't, let me know what I'm missing in the comments, dude, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. And listen, you guys all have an amazing day, okay? Enjoy it.